So this is US oil analysis for Monday the 1st of October. Now let's just have a look at the prices and where prices may likely go. So here on the US oil, what we have seen is previously we've had prices coming towards 72.39, tested, had a brief pullback, consolidation below this 72.39, so a pretty strong break of the 72.39 here. Also broke above 72.88, strong follow through beyond the 73.31. All the way up to beyond even the 73.60s here. We did actually travel pretty high. Let's see, we did travel to 73.70, so quite a bit above the 73.31 on the US oil. At present we've pulled back down towards the 73.31. If we do continue to hold the 73.31 for support, we're looking for a move back up towards our highs of 2018 so far, in around that $75 a barrel mark here on the US oil, and beyond $75 a barrel mark, the very next level of note is move up towards 76.66 here on the US oil. If however we do fail to hold the support here at the 73.31, looking for a move back down towards 72.88, 72.39. Previous area we've had this consolidation may just potentially provide support here on the US oil. And if we do fail 72.39, we've got a level down here at 71.50, but don't anticipate that coming to focus. Do expect possibly the far end of the range to be in around that 72.39 here to the downside, may even be that 72 here on the US oil. Wouldn't anticipate prices today on the 1st of October are heading further than that here to the downside. What we'll do now is have a look here at the monthly chart. So on this monthly chart of the US oil, as you can see here, we do have our lows. We've had this pretty consistent bullish move here to the upside since mid-2017. We've had this pullback, but we've seen the immediate bullish buy side momentum come back into the market. We've had the pullback from that $75 barrel mark. We've had pretty consistent bullish buy side momentum come back into the market. After testing lows, we've seen prices close near their highs. We've seen a pretty strong close to September, closing near our highs at present. We do seem poised if the current momentum persists as it has over the past couple of months, and we do see continued bullish buy side momentum, and we are looking for a test of that $75 barrel mark and possibly beyond that here on the US oil. What we'll do now is have a look here at the weekly chart. So on this weekly chart, as we can see here, we do have more recently we've had a series of pullbacks. We have seen an increase in volatility here on the US oil. We've not seen as consistent a move to the upside as we have previously. We did see a bit of a channel widening here on the US oil. We've come to the lower end of the channel. We are seeing that bullish buy side momentum come back into the market. So if we do see this continued follow through especially from a weekly chart point of view, possibly looking for prices to head up towards the upper end of this channel which has developed, which is currently sitting. We'll be looking at prices heading up towards that $78 barrel mark. If we do see prices continue upwards momentum towards the upper end of this trading channel which has developed here on the US oil. So we have not seen a breakout of the channel, firmly within the trend here to the upside. So we'll see if we can successfully navigate this 400 period moving average here from a weekly chart point of view. It's pretty close by, currently sitting at that 73.84 or so. We'll see if we can successfully navigate that 400 period average, test at $75 and then possibly head up towards the 78 here on the US oil from a weekly chart point of view. And finally we'll have a look here at the daily chart, and on the daily chart of the US oil, we do have our lows, we have our higher lows. We've had the accelerated momentum here to the upside. Now we have mentioned previously the potential for a head and shoulders pattern here on the US oil. So while we have traded beyond that 72.88, if we can hold and break beyond the 73.31 here, see that further consistent move, invalidate the case for the head and shoulders pattern, which is a bearish chart pattern here on the US oil. So if we do see that continuation beyond the 73.31, if we do fail here, if we don't fail and see a breakdown, if we do continue to hold this 73.31, we're looking for a test of the previous highs around $75 barrel mark, therefore invalidating this potential bearish head and shoulders pattern. And beyond the 75, we have mentioned levels that we are looking at from the higher time frames, which are all the way up at that $78 a barrel mark here on the let's just drag this down a bit. We're looking at prices potentially heading up all the way up towards that 78.40 here on the US oil. Now, if we do see the fall, if we do see that bearish head and shoulders play itself out, which doesn't seem likely at present, but if we do see that strong sell-side momentum come into the market, possibly looking for a move back down towards that 200 period moving average here on the US oil, may see price head down towards that 64.75, but to be conservative, a move down towards the 200 period moving average potentially takes us down towards that 66.50 here on the US oil if we do see a breakdown in prices from this 73.31. And with that said, it'll be somewhat counter trend, but with that said, that pretty much wraps up the US oil analysis. Thanks for watching.